Hi, and welcome to CLaRI, the University of Buffalo's Center for Literacy and Reading Instruction. Today we're focusing on how to work with the Nodes tab in NVivo9. Notice when you go down the left-hand side, we're going to click on Nodes. We're going to make sure that's highlighted as an orange bar. When you do that, you notice up here as well that the Nodes section becomes highlighted and you see the Nodes organizational table. Similar to the sources in that we have the type, the name, the source, the reference, when it was created and by whom, and modified and by whom. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new node. You'll see here that these are nodes I've already created. You can create a node in one of two ways. First, you can go to Create, you can click Node. This will be my test node. And again, there's my description box, and what am I going to say? Always write a description. Always spell description right too. There we go. Click OK. I'm going to slide this because it works just like a table. There's my test node. Now that we've made our test node, I can describe a little bit about the way the structure of nodes work in NVivo9. NVivo9 has a hierarchical node structure model, and that's a very fancy way to say that you can create one node with a main idea and then break it down into subclasses or subfolders or sub-ideas. For example, if I click on my literacy concepts node, you'll notice that within this, just like if there were folders within folders on your computer, I have types of literacy concepts: comprehension, early literacy, reading, speaking, writing. And because there's a plus here, it tells me that I've got another layer, another hierarchy within comprehension. Now within comprehension, we have a number of nodes that all fit within that comprehension umbrella, which fits within the larger umbrella of literacy concepts. In NVivo, they call this node a node structure. And here they use the term for families to organize their node structure. This highest level here is the parent node. You click once, and this is the child node. If there's still a plus, this is the grandchild node. These are the grandchildren nodes. If any of these had a plus, and you clicked on it, then you'd be looking at the great-grandchildren. NVivo's program has multiple layers of nodes, and I've yet to have them stop me from making multiple layers. So I'm thinking 10, 15, 20 generations down, depending on how specific or how narrow your topic got. So that's how the node structure works. So here, we created our test node. I'm going to highlight that test node, and I'm going to show you the other way to create a node, and that is to right-click. I've said before, right-click is a very handy feature in NVivo9. So I've highlighted it, and I'm going to right-click it, and it gives me the option to make a new node. Here we go. I'm going to say child node test and write my description and click OK. And what you'll notice is because I have this level highlighted, the node that I created became a child node. Now, if I have no node created and I right-click just in this white area here and click New Node, I'm going to title it Parent Node Test. Always write a description and click OK. There it is, parent test node, at the same level as all of my other ones. So now let's say I've created nodes and I'm doing my analysis and I realize, wow, you know what? These actually aren't separate nodes. They belong together. They're in the same family, and I'd like to merge them. What you're going to do there is you're going to go to your Home tab, and you are going to click on the two nodes that you would like to merge. There we go. copy. Now that I've hit copy and I've unhighlighted these, you'll see that the merge button has now darkened. Click on merge, and we're going to say merge into a new node. It's going to say, okay, do you want to merge all the child nodes, all the linked memos, all the see alsos, all the relationships? Say yes. And now it wants a name for your new node. I'm going to name it merged test node. Always write my description. And click OK. And look at, there is my merge test node. And that was my test node here, which was just test node, with my researcher information. But now let's decide, you know what? I goofed and I really don't want that merged test node. I want to delete it. All you have to do is right click on it, scroll down, delete. Are you sure? Yes. Also important to note that even though you merged these two nodes, they stayed separate within your node table. You have to manually delete them if you don't want them there anymore. The last thing I want to show you is how to export a node list. So I've got quite the list here of nodes, and we've been doing this for a while, and you'll find the longer you're working on a project and the larger it is, these node lists can be pretty weighty. You might want a copy of this list, this hierarchy, outside of the NVivo project. What you're going to do again, you're going to make sure nothing's highlighted, and you're going to right click. You're going to scroll down to expand and collapse, and you're going to say expand all nodes. It's going to take a second because I've got a lot of nodes here. Working, working, working. See my little circle there? And once everything is expanded, almost there, I'm going to again right click. I'm not going to highlight anything though. And I am going to say, where did you go? Export. Export list. Click on that. It's going to ask you to name it. Test export list. It's going to make it an Excel document, XLSX, although you can tell it to make different kinds of documents. And I'm going to click desktop to make sure it saves to my desktop, and save. Minimize my NVivo project, and you'll see that we now have an Excel document. I'm going to say yes, I do trust it. I'm going to close this out. And here are all my parent nodes. But what it does is something neat. If you go to the left and you see the pluses, it has brought in that same type of hierarchy that we had within the NVivo project itself. So it gives you a similar look, but all the ability to play within an Excel program, and you're not limited to using the NVivo project. I'm going to say no for now. Go up. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to expand and collapse and say collapse all nodes, because we really don't want to look at that long of a node list. And that is how you create, merge, and delete nodes in NVivo9. Thank you.